Around 1:14, I was lining up, and I was the first one in the line when the earthquake started. And a man who was there beside me, he said, "Oh my God, this is an earthquake, and we should go to this pillar that was made of steel." So he said, "Come." So I went, and I hold the pillar, and he said, "It's very strong," and I could feel it. It was awful, and lots of people were yelling and screaming and shouting and running, and the floor was like a wave. I felt like I was almost on top of a boat. That was moving, and everything was shaking terribly. The airport has big lights that are hanging. All those lights were moving like they were actually swings. They were swings, and all the signs were, and all the windows, the glass was shaking. And a lot of glass actually in the other terminal actually exploded. It's just that it gets out of whack and just explodes. When I got out of the airport, parts of the airport where I was in the Terminal 1, actually it cracked. So the tiles just crack, right? Because of the amount of movement that they had, and stretching and shrinking. So that was around 3 minutes and a half. And then the power went down, so we couldn't actually get out of the airport. I was afraid that maybe something will collapse. So I took my luggage, and because this is not the first time that I experienced an earthquake in Mexico City. Mexico City is a place where there is a lot of earthquakes, so I thought, well, it's going to be okay. I'm just going to pick up my luggage, and I just ran out, and I went out, and that's when I think the chaos started happening and built over time. Nobody knew exactly what has happened until we came out, and there was a lot of smoke in the air, and there was a lot of, like, you could see fires from afar, but I didn't really know, and all the transportation was canceled. Even the train for the airport was canceled, so I catch a taxi, and I tried to move to the Terminal 2. And while I was in the taxi, even though we didn't have cell phone communication, we could hear through the radio all the things that were happening. Is when the radio announcers were telling us the development of everything, and that's when everybody, I think, realized at the same time that this was a very tragic event that had happened.